If you feel like you're always checking Slack, email, Stripe, ads, client messages, it's not because you're addicted to your phone, it's because you don't have a system that tells you the truth. So when you can't see the business clearly, your brain stays on high alert. So even when you're home, you're not fully home. In this video, I'm going to show you the install that fixes all that. A simple weekly scoreboard, 8 to 12 numbers that tell you in 5 minutes if the business is really healthy, so you stop living in this constant checking mode. Most founders think that they have a time problem, and they don't. They have a visibility problem. When you can't see the business, you compensate by checking, and checking turns into interruptions, and interruptions turn into decision fatigue. Decision fatigue follows you home. A scoreboard replaces checking with clarity. So here's the loop. You check, you feel relief for a second, then a new ping happens, and then you check again. That's not leadership, that's anxiety management. The fix is building one place where reality always shows up on Cadence with owners. A scoreboard is not a dashboard with 40 metrics. A scoreboard is 8 to 12 numbers that predict whether you're winning or losing, and it's designed to be read fast. If it takes more than, say, 5 minutes to understand it, you're not going to use it, and you'll be back to checking manually. This one tool does 3 things. It stops the constant checking, it forces ownership, and it surfaces problems early enough to fix them without the drama. That's how you get your brain back. Here's the rule. If it's not on a scoreboard, then it's not real. And most founders run on vibes. Vibes create reactivity. Scoreboards create calm. The structure that works in almost any business is pipeline, delivery, cash, quality. So pipeline tells us the future. Delivery tells you if your promises are being kept, and cash tells you the reality of where the business stands. Quality tells you what's going to break next. Pipeline is how you stop surprises. If pipeline is weak, everything else feels urgent. If pipeline is visible, then you can make calm decisions. Examples: leads this week, booked calls, show rate, close rate, cost per book call if you run ads. You don't need all of them. Just pick the few that actually drive the outcomes. Delivery is where the founder anxiety usually lives. If delivery is behind, the founder starts checking and rescuing. A delivery scoreboard surfaces the truth without you hovering over it every single time. Examples: on-time delivery percentage, projects completed, the backlog, the cycle time, support response time if your service heavy. Cash is reality. Revenue can look good while cash is tight. A lot of founder stress comes from not seeing cash clearly. Examples: cash collected this week, accounts receivable over 30 days, churn if you've got recurring, gross margin if margin swings. Quality tells you what's going to break next. Refunds, cancellations, chargebacks, bad reviews, support overload. You don't want to discover quality problems through angry messages. Examples: refunds this week, cancellations, NPS, ticket volume, escalation count. Pick the one that reveals the risk early on. Scoreboards fail when they're trivia, so we follow 4 rules. Every number has an owner, every number has a target, every number has a red line, and it updates on a cadence. That's how you do it. Ownership means that if a number goes red, there's a human responsible for the next action. Without an owner, the founder becomes the owner by default. A target defines what good is, and if good isn't defined, you keep checking because you don't know what to trust. Red line means the threshold where action is required. Red is not shame. Red is a trigger. This is a weekly tool. Same day, same time, same format. That rhythm is what replaces random checking. The meeting is simple. Scan the scoreboard. Pick the 1 to 3 reds that matter most. Make 1 commitment per red. Done. No rambling updates. The purpose is autonomy. When a number's red, the owner gives a tight report. What happened? What did we try? What are we going to do next? What support is needed, if any? Your job is not to jump in. Your job is to ask questions and then build the thinking. If you become the solution, then you are training dependence. Use these 3 questions. What's the next action? What do the rules say? What would you do if I was unavailable? Those 3 questions build autonomy. Most founders overbuild this. Don't start with 8 numbers, make them obvious, make them readable, evolve it later. For an agency, it's leads, calls booked, close rate, on-time delivery, backlog, cash collected, receivables, refunds. For e-com, it could be sessions, conversion rate, cost to acquire a customer, return on ad spend, fulfillment speed, chargebacks, cash, margin. For SaaS companies, trials, activation, churn, monthly recurring revenue, support tickets, NPS, cash, pipeline. For coaching, it's book calls, show rate, close rate, completion, retention, refunds, cash, testimonials. Because you stop checking, you stop hovering, you stop rescuing, you operate on a rhythm, and a rhythm is what creates freedom. Here's your 7-day plan. Day 1, pick 8 numbers. Day 2, assign owners. And day 3, set targets. Day 4, set red lines. Day 5, build a simple 1-page review. Day 6, schedule them weekly. Day 7, run them even if it's messy. The payoff is fewer pings, fewer decisions, and a real presence at home. Not because you tried harder, it's because you finally see what's true. If you want a clean scoreboard template plus examples for your own business, it's inside this free 3-step guide at buybacktimeformula.com/3 steps. The link is also in the description below. Next, I'm going to show you the decision rights matrix, how to define who decides what so that everything stops routing back to you. But for now, go to the link below and I'll see you on the inside.